All right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday, and our good friends from GOS, otherwise known as Goss Distributors. I don't know what the name stands for. Anyways, there's 400 distributors in the state of Florida, and we're willing to see you, even if you're one of the small guys and you only have a few brands. But these guys actually have a few good wines. We've done business with them before. We just kind of changed sales reps and fell off the radar here. But like I said, I found a couple of good wines in this lineup this afternoon, and starting out with the Gruner Veltliner, which was very good. This summer wine from the Burgenland, the classic line. Yeah, this is got that classic green melon rind, honeydew melon, kind of pretty white flowers, and a touch of white pepper spice on the nose. This is from the far eastern region of Austria, and the family's been in the winemaking business since 1698. Some of the oldest continuously run wineries in the world in Austria. This wine had that lovely fresh green apple fruit on the tongue, that melon rind, that savory, briny kind of mineral nuance through the finish, along with that white pepper spice, leaving the tongue salivating for food. A very good little example of this varietal at $14.75. Great little value. All right, and it's a screw cap. We love that. All right, the 2012 Campus Oaks Merlot Old Vines from Mendocino, which means absolutely nothing in California. You put that on a label, the wines could be, the first leaf, 3 or 4 years old, you can put Old Vine on it. Anyways, a more balanced style, and at $12, that's what we expect. Really light, kind of ripe cherry and plum fruit, like smoky, meaty notes, a hint of chocolate, and soft and easy drinking Merlot with some nice sweet fruit and that toasty, oaky note on the finish. Short but pleasant, a good little wine for $12. Daniel Gehrs Merlot from the Central Coast. He's one of the pioneers of the Central Coast. I'll never forget Camp Zaca Mesa when Dan Gehrs was the winemaker there. Spent some time with him. This wine's got a bit of Cab Franc and Malbec in the blend, and got a soft and really smooth wine on the palate. A little bit of a green veggie kind of and roasted coffee note to the nose, the plum and cherry fruit. Really easy drinking Merlot, but a bit more than a crowd pleaser. A nice savoriness on the finish. A very good little wine at $15. All right, the Cabernet Franc from Patarabet Saint-Emilion, or Chateau Franc Patarabet. I'm sorry, murdered that one. Saint-Emilion Grand Cru. It's actually a nice little wine, though, for $33.50. A blend of Merlot, Cabernet Franc, and Cabernet Sauvignon. Got a good amount of sweet herbs and coffee and some barnyard notes to the currant and dark plum and cassis-berry fruit. Drinking nicely right now. These 2008s already somewhat showy, smooth and silky tannins, and a nice core of red berry and plum fruit with that herb and coffee nuance from the nose through the finish with some fresh plowed earth and nice length at the end. They're excellent juice, even better on the second day for $33.50. Grand Cru Saint-Emilion, not a bad little buy. All right, the Chateau Haute Goujon Lalande Pomerol. This is a satellite appellation on the right bank next to Pomerol. This wine's made from 25 to 30-year-old vines. They ferment in concrete, produce around 28,000 bottles a year, so a small production. 85% Merlot, 15% Cabernet Sauvignon. Good amount of that plum and cherry fruit showing. Cigar wrapper and kind of fresh earth. Some green veggie notes here coming out also. Nice but balanced. And lovely spice here on the finish, that red berry and currant fruit, that cigar wrapper and earthy nuance showing, the green pepper on the finish. A very good little Lalande Pomerol, $32.25. Next up, the Barlow Merlot from Calistoga. This is all the state juice, 100% varietal. Very sweet bouquet the first day. I didn't really like this at all. Had some tobacco, maybe a little volatile acidity even coming out. On the second day, though, this wine really opened up nicely, and that sweet berry and plum fruit, that VA blown off, and some nice balance, some dry tannins at the end, but a lot of fruit here, and still a bit dry at the end on the second day, but that fruit really blossomed here. Very good wine at $39. Just a little pricey. Post House Merlot from Stellenbosch. I don't know if the VA was just jumping from glass to glass here, but on the first day, this one also I noticed a little bit of that. And this one blew off. Nice cigar box, really peppery kind of note to the dark currant and plum fruit. A 10% Cabernet, 5% Petit Verdot is what they usually use in the blend here. Good amount of that peppery spice showing through on the tongue there on the finish. That cigar wrapper and some dry tannins at the end. This wine even better on the second day, but $27. A very good wine, but just didn't know if it was going to improve very much. But like I said, better on the second day. Kind of question mark on that one. The Dolium Malbec. This is a 70-year-old vineyard, and this is a great malt producer here. 16% alcohol. Woo! Really big boy here. Black licorice, espresso, dark chocolate, mocha, sweet blackberry liqueur-like fruit. big fruit. I mean, really big, almost a little bit too big on the first day, but really opened up nicely on the second day here. A really big and chewy wine on the tongue. That black licorice, bitter cocoa, blackberry liqueur, violet. Really lovely intensity. A bit mouth puckering at the end right now, but on the second day, showing some promise for the future. Excellent juice at $27. And that's what we had to drink with our friends from GOS. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.